here with concealedcarry.com. I'm here with Primary Arms today because while we talk about what we carry for self-defense when we're outside the home, I know a lot of us like to have home defense guns as well. And Primary Arms has a few products that we think are really good for inside the home. Ian here is one of the engineers with the company. He's going to tell us a bit about their red dots and their LPVOs, their low-powered variable optics, which means things that work at 1x and things that go a little bit higher. Ian, tell me what we can expect.
Well, we got a lot of new exciting products this year, one of the first things I want to bring up is our MDRB80 ACSS. So it's based off our popular MDRB red dot, and then it's got our ACSS reticle in there. So it's great because it's got a horseshoe around it, really draws your eye in there, and then also if you do need to take it out, it's got drop points to go out a little bit further. And this is great for like close quarters if you're doing something like a pistol build, something small and compact, super fast. It's great on there. And then we're also advertising our new mounts on there, our products, real lightweight, super strong with USA made hardware to make a really strong mount. So it's durable and you don't really have to worry about the mount breaking. And then moving up from there, something a little bit bigger, but still got a lot of versatility built in is our new 25mm red dot. So it's a 25% bigger than your standard red dot, so it gives you a bigger field of view. And then also comes in a red dot and an ACSS reticle feature. Once again, so you really quick, fast up close if you need to do that. But still gives you a better field of view with a 2032 battery, so it gives you about 14,000 hour battery life with the ACSS and about 50,000 with the red dot.
So we're talking change the batteries once a year and that's all I need to do?
For those of us doing the math, about 50,000 hours is about 5.7 years, and that's a medium setting. So you could change it out every year if you want, but you wouldn't really need to. So that'll give you a lot of versatility. And then if the red dots aren't really your thing, you want to maybe take it occasionally and go to the range and shoot out a little bit further, you can go with something like what you had mentioned earlier, the LPVOs, the variable power optics. You go with something which is our most popular seller, is a 1:6. Second focal plane. We got 6 different reticle options in there, depending on what you want to use it for and what you're comfortable with, and also what platform you're putting it on.
So let me stop you just for a moment. What's the difference between first focal plane and second focal plane?
So the biggest, there's a couple different differences in there. There's advantages and disadvantages to both, but basically what a first focal plane does is it's going to, when you're looking through it, the reticle itself is going to enlarge and get smaller as you run through the magnification. Basically what that means is it's going to remain the same size as the target throughout the magnification range. So it's kind of like you're magnifying or demagnifying the reticle with the target itself, where a second focal plane is going to remain the same size no matter the magnification range. So at 1 power it'll be the same size as it is at 6 power. So with those ones, the second focal plane, typically if you have a BDC drop, it's only going to be accurate, and when I mean accurate, I mean like those drop points will line up at the max magnification, or a first focal plane will be accurate throughout the entire range.
Okay. And BDC is the bullet drop.
Yeah, bullet drop compensation,
so what it'll do is the lines on the reticle say, if you're shooting at 200 yards, use this line. If you're shooting at 400 yards, use this line.
Precisely,
right?
Yep.
Perfect. So this is a 1:6.
Yep, 1:6 SFP. So once again, the reticle will remain the same size throughout the entire magnification range. And this is our most popular model. This is sitting at about $289.99.
That's
That's it.
Which line is it? I know that you've kind of realigned your product so it's easier to tell if I'm buying the really, really good expensive one or the budget really good one.
So this is in our silver line. It's kind of our bread and butter line. So this is more of your budget friendly, but still a lot of features, a lot of product for the money line. And then what we've done is more of before we just had kind of like, this is our 1:6, our 1:8, and so we've kind of structured them to our CLX, which is our kind of entry level. Our SLX is more of your amateur enthusiast, and then your GLX is somebody that's a little bit more serious, and then our PLX is like your competition shooter line and stuff. So kind of like think of like platinum, gold, silver type thing.
I shot one of those platinum scopes at range day, and it was 1,000-yard hits were easy.
Yeah, super nice. I actually got one right over here too.
Hey, can we take a look at it?
Yeah. So as we talked about, this is the platinum. This is a made in Japan, really high quality, first focal plane 1:8. You're going to have the locking turrets you lift up, and then also resettable to 0. Daylight bright illumination with the stop in between. 34mm tubes, so you get a lot of good adjustment. And then we have 3 different reticle options where, like you mentioned, we can reach out, go out to 1,000 yards, and then you can put kind of whatever caliber you want with it. So if you have a 6.5 Creedmoor build, you can do that. Or like you mentioned before, home defense, it runs it down to 1x, and it's super fast, close, with a bright illumination. So it's like a big overgrown red dot.
And how much does that cost?
So this one is $1299.99, so $1,300.
So that's quite a bit. I mean, that's $1,000 jump from the silver line.
Yeah.
But it's got some great additional features for it. So it's just kind of a matter of how much money do you have and what do you want to do?
Yep, precisely. And it's just this one's an awesome optic, but it's a little bit more, but it's still a great feature.
Sounds awesome.
Yes.
Anything else that you want to recommend to our viewers on what they might want to think about if they're putting together a home defense carbine?
So the only other thing I would mention is there is a new one that's kind of in between what we had talked about before. So kind of in between the first one, the second one is our new first focal plane 1:8 with a 30mm tube. This is going to be $499, so it's, like I said, in between. It's going to have still a lot of great features. You have the cap turrets, you got night vision settings, and then also we have an optional foldable throw lever that you can screw on there. It's not the clamp time, but it'll screw on there. But it still has a lot of great features and a crystal clear glass.
For only $500, which is a lot less than I spent on my first 1-4.
Yeah, really great price, and this one's been a blast to play with so far.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time, Ian. Hopefully this helps our viewers figure out what to put on their home defense guns.
Yeah.
And we'll send them your way to Primary Arms.
Yes, we'd love to have them. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.